This week on the Trent Out Loud Podcast. People are saying like, oh my gosh, he was 53 years old when she was born. And what? There are two consenting grown adults. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are back in competition again like the olden days. Al Pacino has just announced that he's having his fourth child at 83 years old with a 29-year-old woman, and everyone is up in arms about it. Listen, I understand that typically somebody in their 80s is looking to be a grandparent, even some a great-grandparent. So of course, it's a little unorthodox for a man to announce that he's having a kid at 83 years old. It makes sense. But that's exactly what it is. It's just not typical. And that's exactly what people are making a big deal about it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But when you dig down into it, there's no reason for this to be such a big deal other than the fact that it's just not common. But ethically and morally, like there's nothing wrong with what he is doing. His girlfriend or wife, don't remember, but the girl that's 29 years old, she's a full-grown woman. She's 30 years old. She's capable of making her own decisions. And there's nothing wrong with the two of them being in a relationship and deciding if they want to have a baby or not. And, people are saying like, oh my gosh, he was 53 years old when she was born. And what? There are two consenting grown adults. If she's attracted to Al Pacino, well, obviously he's attracted to her. She's younger. It's easier. But, if she's attracted to him, and they want to be together, let them live. Let them be. 1. 2, most people are like, oh my gosh, he's so old. He's going to be 100 years old when the kid is 18. What about the parents that are in their 30s, have kids, and the dad passes away, gets into an accident, or somebody dies of an illness or whatever? You cannot say that a man shouldn't have, or anybody shouldn't have a kid at a certain age because you're not going to be around for that child. Obviously, when you're planning, it's, I don't want to use the word better, but it's, of course, it's more strategic having a child when you're younger so that you can be here as long as you can with your child. But I'm somebody who believes that it's actually better to wait a little bit longer for you to have kids. I feel like in your 20s or even early 30s, you should be working and developing yourself and give yourself a better foundation in life. Have a career, have a home, and not even money wise, but just for yourself to live. Because after you have kids, your kids are your priority. You have to live for your children. You can't think about yourself. So I'm a firm believer in having kids later on in life. Maybe 83 might be a little too much, but I feel like we're going to start seeing a lot more of this, and people in their 20s and 30s are starting to enjoy themselves and enjoy their life a little bit. Life expectancy is starting to get older and older. I think the average life expectancy right now is between 75 and 80. That's just going to keep being pushed further and further. So yes, Al Pacino is not going to be around when his newborn baby is 110. Yes, Al Pacino is not going to be around, when his baby is, 20, 30 years old, but he could definitely still be around for that baby, when he's growing up, when he's a child. There's a lot of things that could be put into place. You don't know that his family situation. You don't know his girlfriend's family situation. You can have a lot of support and a lot of people around you, and it doesn't mean that kid is going to have a bad life because Al Pacino might pass away in 10, 15, or 20 years, or even in 2 or 3 years, because there's many of children born to fathers that pass away in their 30s and 40s. So to me, it's just stupid to see people dragging him in the comment section. You don't know when you're going to die. You don't know if your plans are going to work out. You plan to have a kid at this age. Your wife could pass away. You could pass away. Anything could happen at any time. So these people dragging him make no sense. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace!